You swear that the testimony you're about to give in the matter now under consideration shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
You realize that one of the songs at issue in this lawsuit is a song called The Girl Is Mine?
Yes.
Who wrote The Girl Is Mine?
I wrote The Girl Is Mine.
Was it also released as a single?
Yes, the first single off of Thriller.
I'd like to play for you a document that's Exhibit 489 and ask you to tell me whether you recognize Exhibit 489. I'm going to stop the Exhibit 489 for a moment and ask you, Mr. Jackson, whether you recognize that.
Yes, that's me writing the parts to The Girl Is Mine, creating it.
What were the circumstances under which you started making Exhibit 489?
Well, just a tape recorder there and making sounds like. Every night she walks right in my dreams. Since I met her from the start.
I have an objection.
Well, that's how I did it. You asked me how I created, and I started to perform to give you an example of how I create songs. I make these sounds. The girl is mine. The girl is mine. Yeah, that's The Girl Is Mine.
Objection.
You were making some sounds with your mouth. What was the purpose of that?
The sounds are the rhythms that I make, the way I'm hearing it in my head. And I'm hearing the bass, I'm hearing the percussion.
I'll stop there. You were making some noise where you just laughed. What were you doing?
I was imitating a Moog bass, where you play the bass on a keyboard, but you have this little stick where you go.
Thank you. Did you just hear some words on the tape?
Yeah, that part of the song I never used.
Why not?
Because it went in another direction. And I can tell by listening to that where it's going to go. It's probably going to go da-da-da-da-da. Because it's most likely to go in that direction. I haven't heard this since then. There it is.
What part were you singing just before I stopped the tape?
Counter lines, musical counter lines that can go against the main part. Yeah.
What were you doing right there? What was
it's
that?
Creating another part.
Well, was there a particular musical instrument that you were
It's a piano.
What'd you say right there?
Strings.
What were you doing there?
Creating a French horn part, which I never used. That could be soft horns.
What did you just say there?
I just said that could be soft horns.
And don't write this song. Don't write anything. Let the song create itself.
That's my law.
Does the song The Girl Is Mine have a bridge?
Yes, it does.
Could you sing that for us?
I love you more than he, take you anywhere. And I go, but I love you endlessly, loving we will share. I know that I do. It's very difficult sometimes. You only have one voice, but you're hearing full chords.
Before this lawsuit was filed, did you ever hear a song called Happy-Go-Lucky Girl?
No.
When you wrote The Girl Is Mine, did you copy from anyone else's song?
No.
Was The Girl Is Mine written by you and you alone?
Written by me and me alone.
Do you know anybody named Clifford Rubin?
Doesn't ring any bells.
Do you know Raynard Jones?
Yes.
Did you ever copy any songs provided you by Raynard Jones?
No.
Are you familiar with the song Thriller?
Yes.
Turning to another subject, you realize that Joseph Jackson is one of the defendants in this case?
I heard.
Who's Joseph Jackson?
My father.
Finally, I'd like to turn to We Are the World. How did you become involved with We Are the World?
Quincy Jones called. He said it would be very important for the children. He knew how important that is to me. So I said, I'll do it. So I got together with Lionel, goofed off for 2 days doing nothing. Because we go way back since I was like 8 years old or something. Then on the 3rd day, I woke up with this melody in my head.
Did Mr. Ritchie bring any melody to you at any time? Can you sing it?
It went da-dee-da-da-dum, da-dee-da-da-dum, and that was it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I said, that's nice.
Did you eventually make a demo of We Are the World?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember where that was?
I can't find that tape to this day. I wish I knew where it was. I'd like to hear it just to have some laughs.
Let us understand.
Did you copy anyone's song in writing We Are the World?
No. I'm a songwriter myself. I don't have to take other people's songs.
Did you and Mr. Ritchie, and only you and Mr. Ritchie, write We Are the World?
That's the truth.
I have no further questions.
Would you please state your name?
Michael Joseph Jackson.
Do you know a person by the name of Raynard Jones?
I've met him.
Do you feel that Mr. Jones owes you some loyalty?
I think he owes honesty.
Would you say that you also owe honesty?
I'm being very honest.
It's not my question. Do you feel that you owe honesty?
I am honest.
Is it your testimony that Mr. Jones is dishonest?
Absolutely.
Okay. Why do you say that he is dishonest?
He knows in his heart that he did not write those songs. He knows that.
Do you have or have you ever had a collection of musical materials?
A collection of musical materials?
Yes, or a collection.
A collection that I buy from the music store.
Where did you keep your musical materials that you purchased from the music store?
Everywhere.
They were strewn everywhere. Is that it?
Thrown about. I'm not organized in that way.
Have you and the Jacksons ever conducted a musical tour called the Victory Tour?
Yes.
Would Raynard Jones visit you and or your brothers after your performance?
He would always try to get backstage and hassle the security to try to get in, that type of thing.
You've been in the record business for quite some time, have you not?
Quite some time.
Do you recall a tune named Blues Away?
Yes.
Who wrote that?
I wrote that one.
How about a song called Different Kind of Lady?
What about it?
Do you recall that song?
Yes.
Was Blues Away the first song that you'd ever written that was recorded?
No.
Had you written songs previously that were recorded before Blues Away?
Oh, yes.
Can you name some of those songs that you had written and were recorded and released?
That's different. That's different.
Well, let me go back then. Was Blues Away the first song that you had written that was recorded and released?
Yes.
Well, we saved ourselves a lot of
We
time.
sure did.
Do you include common musical phrases in your songs that you write?
Common musical phrases?
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, but I don't know if you know what it means.
Let me ask you. Why don't you tell us what it is?
A musical phrase could mean a note, a tone.
Could you tell us what a common musical phrase is?
A common musical phrase.
That's a common musical phrase.
That could be a common musical phrase.
When you write a song, that's your sole song that you take credit for by yourself. Is that song independently created by you? Do you understand the question, Mr. Jackson?
Absolutely. Okay. Songs that I take credit for on my albums that say written by Michael Jackson are written by Michael Jackson.
And Michael Jackson alone, right?
Michael Jackson alone. I wouldn't cheat anybody out of credit.
I'm not suggesting you cheat anybody on anything, sir. I'm going to give you a list of songs, and I'm going to ask you some questions about each one of them. What was your life?
It's called What's Your Life. I wrote that with my brother, Jermaine.
Michael McKellar?
Michael McKellar?
Yes.
How do you know about Michael McKellar? I wrote Michael McKellar.
when you write them, what form would they be in? Would they be in the form of lead sheets? Would they be in the form of notes?
God, I've written things on toilet paper. It could be anything. Whatever's the closest around. I've written on walls.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Was that tune released?
Yes.
Do you recall what year?
79, was it?
Did you have a stockpile of songs that you had written to be submitted for that album?
When I write songs for an album, I'll write 50 to 60 songs just for 9 songs, you know, and I'll pick from those.
Muscles, did you write that?
Yes.
How do you know Raynard Jones?
A friend of my brother's over the years.
Do you consider him a friend of yours?
No.
Why not?
Well, a friend wouldn't do this, would it?